Hey guys, Mars Thinking here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today is the day that the STR type banner has released on Global. Obviously, we're going through all of the type banners over the last few days or so, last week. There's one more left to go, which is the AGL one. But the STR one, I did put out a video on this last week sometime. A bunch of you guys asked me to make one talking about it, where I talked about all 10 of the 50% support units and which ones were the ones most worth getting if you wanted to use the blue coins that you've been saving up, or obviously if you wanted to try and attempt to summon for them. I probably wouldn't recommend summoning on the banners, obviously, because you know, we still got the Kid Buu and Goku Dual Dokkan Fest. The 3+1 discounts have obviously ended by now, so if you were going to be summoning on those banners, ideally you should have been done with all your summons by now, so you don't miss out on that extra value. But obviously we have whatever is going to be coming for Golden Week, or whatever the next celebration is going to be for Global, because we still have no confirmation that it is actually going to be Golden Week, but that should be starting next week. We have a maintenance coming up, so hopefully we'll find out a little bit more information after that. But I think last year it started on the 28th, so we've got just over a week to go. So the STR banner, the reason why I wanted to do a video about this one specifically, those of you who did watch the video where I talked about all of the 50% support units, I do think that the two STR ones are two of the best of the 10 units that are available. So I'm going to talk about the banner very briefly. Funnily enough, in terms of the featured units, this one is not quite as good as some of the other ones. Like, the physical one had Heart Virus Goku, who's a very, very good option. The Int one had Third Form Frieza, really good units. And then this one has the STR Golden Frieza that awakens into Golden Frieza and Gohan. So not a particularly great card. It does have STR Whis, who's still relatively good in events where you can dodge. This Trunks is like a must-run on Hybrid Saiyan's team, so he's really, really good. Bardock and Gine are okay. We're probably not super far away from seeing them getting an easy A, to be honest. And then, of course, Rildo, who finally got his awakening, is a GT Boss's support unit. He's pretty decent and will be good in the future. And then, of course, you got to remember with these type banners is they do have all of the LRs of that typing. So when it comes to STR, you got Tapion and Minosha. Whilst they're kind of limited, you pretty much have to run them alongside the AGL Tapion if you want to get their full potential. They are really good. They are one of the few LRs that I don't actually have. We have STR UI Goku on here, who's obviously still very good. You know, just like AGL UI Goku, if you get that good RNG and he's actually dodging with that 70% chance to dodge, then he can look ridiculously good still in events. His damage is not insane anymore, but he's still a very, very good unit. The Trunks and Mai, they're a little bit outdated now. We definitely need them to get an easy A, but that could be sometime soon. Obviously, we know Tech Vegito Blue and STR Rose are going to be due to getting easy A's soon. So I think the next time we get any sort of celebration that's to do with the Goku Black arc, we could potentially see them get an easy A. STR Beerus and Whis are kind of in the same position. They're not super great until they get an easy A, but next time we get anything like Battle of Gods or Beerus related, we could see that. Then, of course, we have Goku and Hit. One of the better yellow coin LRs available on Global. They're definitely at the top end of the scale. Very, very good. And then, of course, as I'm going to talk about a little bit when we go over the two units, they work really well with the actual support Hit as well. And then we've got Turles on here. Full Power Frieza and Broly. Broly's obviously still good for like World Tournament and stuff, and you know, ESBR as long as you're protecting him with items, because he's still very good after Easy A, one of the best LR Easy A's. But in Extreme Super Battle Road and things like the Red Zone when it comes to Global, you're obviously going to notice where his defense is lacking a little bit. And then, of course, STR Turles, still one of my favorite yellow coin LRs. Not the best by any means, but still very, very good. And, of course, we know from JP that AGL Turles Easy A comes with the Raditz celebration, and that makes that rotation incredibly powerful. So, of course, you shouldn't consider, like, you know, which LR am I going to pull as to summon on this banner, because, of course, whilst the LRs are on here, it's still a low rate to pull them. But if there's a specific LR that you want, and it is like an STR one, then the STR banner is, of course, the one that has the best chance of you getting the one specific one that you want. Because obviously if you summon on like a yellow coin legendary summon banner, every single LR is in the summon pool, so you're less likely to get that one specific one that you want. So in terms of the actual two support units for STR, the CABBA and the Hit, The reason, we'll go over why these are two of the best ones. So the STR CABBA, I talked about this in the video that I made comparing all 10. If you haven't seen it, the basic gist is every single one of the units has the exact same passive. So they give their color typing 3 key, and then they give 50% attack and defense for their color and super or extreme type. So obviously for CABBA, it's super STR. So super STR, 50% support, 3 key. They randomly change key spheres to their own color, and then they get 20% attack and defense per key sphere obtained. The only thing that differs is obviously based on the character that it will be their categories and their links, and then their super attack effect. So CABBA does supreme damage to the enemy and raises attack and defense by 30% for 9 turns. So he can get multiple stacks on this ability. So if he gets additional super within the same turn, then obviously that's another raise of his attack and defense. And then as the other turns go on, like, he's able to build that up a little bit. Because to be perfectly honest, these 50% support units, especially if you're only going to have them at 55%, they are not super good for the more difficult content in the game. They're obviously nuking style units, so if you get any of those turns where it's very difficult to pick up a decent amount of orbs with them, then obviously their defense is not going to look all that great. So it's the ones with the good super attack effects that are the better ones, which is why CABBA is one of the better ones. The other reason why CABBA is so good, so he's the super STR support. When we look at the categories, Universe, Survival Saga, Pure Saiyans, Universe 6, Super Saiyan, Bond of Master and Disciple, Exploding Rage, and Defenders of Justice. So if we take a look at Pure Saiyans and look at Super STR, I mean, Kaioken Goku's not out on Global yet. He comes out with the anniversary and immediately becomes one of the best yellow coin LRs. STR Vegito, obviously still really good. UI Goku we talked about. Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta gets his Easy A during the anniversary. The Login Goku is obviously not great anymore, but a nice little trophy card. Still can be kind of useful. And then when we go down to the TURs, you see some of the units we've got here. We've got Super Vegeta. And one of the great things about some of these Vegeta units is the fact that CABBA has Saiyan Pride, which is a really good link for him to share with some of these Vegeta units, because it's a 20% attack link. So God Vegeta obviously gets his Easy A during the anniversary. Xeno Super Saiyan 3 Goku should be Easy Aing with the Heroes Celebration this year. He's going to be really, really good. Kale obviously is one of the better, like, the Universe 6 teams, one of her, like, the stacking and everything, she's really good. Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the TUR one, still post Easy A, still really good. This guy will get an Easy A sometime soon. The God Gokus should get an Easy A at some point. So there's a lot of units that he can be very good to run alongside on the teams that he's on, especially Super Saiyans as well. We have a lot of the same units on here, but then of course we have access to the non-Pure Saiyan units as well. So you've got like the new Goten and Trunks, you've got that support Trunks who's really good, High School Gohan. So there's a lot of Super STR units on the teams that you would want to run him on that he's going to be really, really good with. And then we have Hit. So Hit, again, as you can see, basically the same kit. His super attack effect is that he infinitely stacks defense and has a medium chance to stun. So obviously in longer form events, he's going to be able to build up his defense over time and get to a fairly reasonable number. Still obviously going to be affected by the amount of orbs that you're picking up in those later stages for him to be able to defend reasonably well. But he also has that 30% chance to stun, which will be good for things like Super Battle Road, which are obviously much shorter events where he's not going to get as much time to build up those stacks. Now when we look at his links, obviously his links are very typical for a Hit unit, so he's not going to link up super well with a bunch of Saiyans and things like that. And remember, he is Extreme STR. So when we think about units like Majin Vegeta, Janemba, Broly, like some of these other units, he's not going to have a ton of links with them. But when we look at the teams that he's going to be good to run on, obviously Universe Survival Saga, the LR God Goku and Hit that we already talked about, this Hit is one of their best link partners because this unit does have very mostly like Hit links, even though Goku's part of the card. And of course the unit is Extreme STR, so they are getting the full buff. The rest of the team, obviously not so great. Accelerated Battle is the team that the Goku and Hit actually lead. But again, there's not like a huge amount of Extreme STR. Kid Buu is on there though. Kid Buu obviously very, very good. Second best TUR on Global right now, probably. Rose is going to get his Easy A at some point. The STR Janemba's still fairly decent. This Cell's actually really good as well. But then the big one is that Hit is on Space Traveling Warriors. So not only is the leader Bojack, who is Extreme STR, Turles is on there, Full Power Frieza's on there, Prime Battle Frieza's on there. And then we go down to the TURs. We've got like the new Nappa and the Guldo and Raccoon. They're obviously not out on global yet. Cooler's on there. This Raditz that has his EZA is actually pretty decent post EZA. And this Jace is a really good support unit post EZA as well. So yeah, Hit is very, very good for the teams that you can run him on. So both of these units are really good. Definitely, I would say 2 of the best out of the 10. I think Hit is potentially the best one, to be honest. So let me know what you guys think down below. Do you have either of these 2? Are you interested in getting them? Obviously, I'm happy to answer any further questions in the comment section down below. But I am going to end off the video. I'm going to do 1 multi on the banner. And then, depending on whether I actually pull one of them or not. I have Cabba at 55%, but I don't have Hit. So, obviously, it'd be nice to pull him in that 1 multi. But otherwise, because I have so many blue coins from summoning on the Heroes banner and everything, I might just buy the first copy of him and get 2 dupes as well. Because remember, they are available in the coin shop for 300 blue coins. So, depending on how much you've summoned on the Heroes banner and like the double rates banner earlier in the year, and we had one at the end of last year, you might have a decent amount of blue coins, and they are 300 coins per copy. Okay, so here we are in game with the banner. Like I said, I have a lot of blue coins here. The banner is unchanged. Obviously, I went by the wiki entry, but the banner is exactly the same as it was on JP. So I'm just going to go ahead and do 1 multi just to see. As you can see from my stone total here, by the time we've done the EZA for LR, Goten and Trunks, and then finished out this celebration, I should still be back up to being over 500 stones for whatever comes at the end of the month. So I'm going to go ahead, let's shout out to Havo High and Toon here. We'll go ahead and do the old superstition and crack the code for Hit, because he is the only one that I want realistically. If we get another Cabba, that would be fine, because I wouldn't mind having a dupe or 2 in him. But Hit is the one that we want. So let's go ahead and see if we can get something here. Now, all the featured units are units that I don't really need. Now, we have Krillin and 18 here, as well as Vegeta. So this could be pretty good. We don't get the fusion, though. But let's see what we get here. Super Saiyan 3. Is it going to be a God? Oh, it is. Super Saiyan God. So that's Super Saiyan God animation on this banner is pretty good, because 3 SSRs, and obviously the summon pool is a lot smaller and has all of those STR LRs in there. So, oh, well, there you go. So we get a copy of Cabba straight off the bat. We also get Rildo, who is, of course, featured. Another Rildo. Okay, so we're getting at least 3 SSRs in this multi, and so far all of them have been featured. So, I think that's going to be it, isn't it? All the fire was going to be at the beginning. Demon King Piccolo. Wait, is he featured as well? No, okay. Alright, so he's the GSSR. Alright, well there you go. So we get another 10 blue coins. We get an Elder Kai every time you do a multi as well. And then, yeah, we picked up a dupe for Cabba. So if we check our blue coins here and go to the barbershop, that means that I can now get another dupe for Cabba, so he's going to have 2, and then I'm going to get 3 copies of Hit, so he can have 2 dupes in him as well. And then, yeah, that was just enough coins. So actually getting the dupe for Cabba is perfect, because, well, I guess if we'd got either one, I had enough coins to get both of them up to 2 dupes. So, yeah, I will definitely take that. So, let me know what you guys think down below. I wouldn't recommend that you summon on the banner too much, even though that multi was pretty good. I definitely wouldn't recommend summoning on it with everything that's coming out in the near future, but picking one or both of these up with coins I think is definitely a good idea, unless of course, you know, you're not going to run them that much. The one thing to bear in mind as well is that they are getting a little bit outdated now, but there is the possibility in the future that they will EZA, and of course if they do EZA them, they will bring them back on banners again. So don't feel like if you don't get them now, you know, you're never going to get them. Because at some point, I guess if they never EZA them, then they might never come back again. But they're not going to be that good if they never EZA. So I guess it's a catch-22 situation. Let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store. And I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.